Alright, hey, this is Hans, the Ramen Raider, coming at you with yet another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Chime, the show where I show you what to do with your noodle over here. This is going to be review number 3121. Yeah, they're getting up there. This is something that was sent to me by a guy who owns, or does he own both of them, or does he run both of them? Well, if he runs them, I can just say he owns them. And if he owns them, then he owns them. I don't know. I can't remember. But a nice guy sent me a bunch of different varieties that he's in charge of, at least. I can say that. This is Luosiking. Luosiking. This is pork and river snail. I've had river snail noodles before. These are also, they're from China. And these are pretty easy to do up. So a long time ago, when I did have the river snail noodle, I asked around, like, what do I do? And included fork. And my buddy Bobby Y, what up, Bobby? He said, add squid. He's like, I'd add squid if I had river snail noodles. I'm like, thanks for the advice. So, we put everything in, and we cover it for 3 minutes, and then boom, river snail noodle Fantasyland. This one is a soup. And just like most varieties out of China, they don't really come with instructions on how to cook them. Luckily, the guy who is in charge of these knows how. He said basically, put everything in the bowl, make sure it's at least covered with water. I'll go a little bit over it, so it'll be a little soupy. And then cover it for 3 minutes and you're good to go. So pretty standard. This is, what do you call it? Pickled radish or pickled mustard stem? I want to go with it's like pickled radish. But yeah. There's always something pickled in Chinese instant noodles, it seems like. Well, at least if they're bowls. This looks to be, it's red. I'm guessing a spicy oil. Finally, we have this one, and I'm guessing this is where the pork and river snail flavors are going to be. A lot of liquid. A lot of liquid. And in it goes. And let's see. Here we are. I'm going to add water so it's covered at least. There we go. That looks like what we're looking for right there. And lid on. And 3 minutes. 3 minutes to tell you about the hell of my morning. So I'm guessing most of you that watch and stuff aren't bloggers or anything like that. Well, there's a platform that most bloggers, I think, is safe to say, use called WordPress. Now, they just came out with version 5, and a full point, not even a point, that's just like a full brand new version. And for years, the way that you write posts and everything has been exactly the same, which I have absolutely no problem with. I like consistency. I don't like far out weirdness. If I'm used to something, and God knows after 3,000 reviews, I'm used to doing things the way I'm used to doing them. Well, they completely changed the editor. There's two kinds. There's Tiny MCE, which is the standard editor, and then there's Gutenberg, which if you really want to, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of perks to using Gutenberg, but for me, it will take 3 times as long to get a post ready, and I just don't have the time for that crap. So I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be a way to turn it off. Of course, it doesn't come with WordPress, which is silly. It should just be a switch. It should be built in. And some egghead decided to talk everybody into the concept, hey, this is so much better. We shouldn't even give people an option to do it differently, other than getting an external plugin. So you have to get an external plugin. And what happens? It doesn't work. Why? Because I have another plugin that won't let it work. Now, it should be something built in and native. It's ridiculous. Now, I have to hope that they come out with an update to the plugin that won't work with the classic editor plugin. Or, yeah. But it's ridiculous. Things like that drive me nuts because, I mean, I'm computer literate. I went to school for computers. My first thing that I was ever into were computers, and that followed me for decades. I was just, all I wanted to do was stuff computer related, so I know what I'm doing. But it's just like, sometimes I'm not really into like, oh wow, let's install this and play with that. It's like, no dude, I got stuff to do. I'm just surprised they would do that. It seems like the community would be like, oh wait, maybe people won't like that. Basically, it's like they had Windows 10 and then they rolled out an update to Windows 10 and made it like Windows 3.1. Just like totally rolled it back, jacked it up, made it less intuitive, made it so there's like way more steps. And we have here a treat, to be sure. River Snail Noodle. It certainly looks neat. So, River Snail Noodle usually has rice noodles. These are wheat noodles, so that's kind of a different thing. Let's give the broth a taste. That's how it looks. Interesting. It's spicy. It's got a really good kick on it. And the noodle. That's hot. This isn't definitely not, it's not bad, but what I'm going to say right now is that it's just not my wheelhouse. I need to go there and try the real stuff. I don't know. When I think snail, I think, what do you call it? Bitop shell, like whelk. And this isn't like whelk. I think this is one of those, you either love it or you hate it, but I'm not into such ultimatum kind of terminology. I'm fascinated by it. I was told a while back squid is a good thing to add in, so that's what I'm doing. Thanks again to Bobby. The man who loves the little white dog. If he's wondering, oh, maybe he's talking about me. Now he knows I'm talking about him. This guy posts pictures all the time of him, and he has a little white dog. And I'm guessing that dog follows him absolutely everywhere he goes. Absolutely everywhere. Which is nice. Pets are good. So, I want to do that first. Bean sprouts. Oh, I haven't. Let's try. Perfect. Here is the pickled radish, I believe. Not bad. It's pretty spicy though. I'm like, was not expecting that. It looks like such an unassumingly non-spicy thing, but then again, it's from China, and Chinese stuff tends to be pretty hot. All right, into the bowl it goes. Yeah. My wife's probably gonna come home. What did you cook in here? What is that smell? Be like, Chinese noodles. Oh. There's actually only one variety of instant noodles that really drove her nuts. And those were... Is this? It could be. I don't know exactly what this is. This could be snail. I think usually they just use snail powder though. Oh, here we go. See that? Nah, it's a vegetable. It's a pepper. And it's hot. A little bit of spring onion. Here's a better look. Pardon me. Well, thank you very much. Man, excuse me. And this has been Hans, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles every day. Have a good one. Bye.